I saw one of your videos where you was talking about Wemby, and I had posted how I feel like he's better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar skill-wise. I think it's safe to say that Wemby has more skills than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like, I think we confuse accomplishments with the player.
We're looking at Wemby and we're saying, oh, we've never seen 7'5" move like this, shoot like this. Like, it's something that we've never seen before. What's getting ready to happen, we're getting ready to see people trying to develop the counters and the answers to that.
Mike and Jordan is 1 and 2 for you. You recently put it to Bron is number 1 now. How did Bron get in front?
Bron is breaking biological athletic standards playing this long. He still has the same, maybe a step lower of the expectations that he's had for his entire career.
Like you said, when Kobe was on his farewell tour, nobody cared if he made the playoffs. Michael Jordan came back and played for the Wizards. We were just happy to see Michael Jordan play again.
Facts.
With LeBron is that because he's still good, you're still looking at him like, man, we want to see that shit you did in 07. We want to see what you did in 2018. The casual fan don't know the difference. Let's get into some NBA, man, because I saw one of your videos where you was talking about Wemby. And how good he is, and how the Monstars really exist.
This year was crazy.
Listen, man, definitely crazy. And I had posted a clip about how I feel like he's better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar skill-wise. I think it's safe to say that Wemby has more skills than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like, I think we confuse accomplishments with the player. Right? Like, I don't need to see 20 years of a 7'5" guard, essentially, to know that he's better than a center, the same person who played his position 30 years ago. I don't need to see that. You know what I mean? What do you think about Wemby, his upside? Like, how do you think that his prototype would change the landscape for centers moving forward?
Yes. I think when you're the first at something, right? Especially in today's league, we're looking at Wemby and we're saying, oh, we've never seen 7'5" move like this, shoot like this, like catching lobs from one step inside the 3-point line type vibe. Like, it's something that we've never seen before. And 100% correct. What's getting ready to happen, we're getting ready to see people trying to develop the counters and the answers to that. And my theory when it comes to it, we see undersized guards find a way to make it shake against other guards that are bigger than them, and guys like Drew Holiday who could guard wings, Marcus Smart who notorious for being able to step outside their position and guard bigger guys. We're getting ready to see centers going to have to get used to guarding somebody who's taller than them. And when we're talking about 7-footers, it's rare. We've never like. No 7-footer has ever had to worry about, like coming up in their game, this guy is probably taller than me, so I got to be ready to. Nah, they're learning that now after they've already played basketball for the last 15 to 20 years of their life. Right. So it's going to take some adjustment on the NBA level and at the developmental level. Because you're going to start seeing bigger guys not just stepping out onto the perimeter, but also preparing to go up against somebody who could potentially be bigger than them. Right. And once the big guys start owning that mindset, it's going to change everything, even for the undersized guys in the league. There's still a place for them, but now it's constant chess moves. But with basketball, that's the beauty of the game. There's so much creativity. There's so many layers. There's always room for something to improve.
Yeah. Now, I agree with you when it comes to the development part, because I remember when I was coming up, if you were a big, you would go on the side with the bigs. You'd be working on your drop steps and all that stuff. The guards, you're working on your ball handling, your shooting, and that skill work, they didn't clash. So, but now
I actually have a counter to that. I was the guy on my team. I was one of the taller guys. I was the most athletic guy. I was the hybrid. I would go and do 2 days out of the week with the bigs, 3 days with the guards, making sure that I had inside and outside play. You know what I'm saying? The tweeners.
And now you see a tall kid. Now you're not thinking, oh, he's tall, let's put him down low. Now you see a guy like Wemby, you seeing all these big shooting threes. You like, nah, I can develop him into an actual guard. Like, you see a kid that's big for his age, you develop him into a guard now. And I think that's where the development comes. That's where the I think that's where the overseas player has an advantage on American players because in America we have this mindset: if you big, just go down low. Versus overseas, I remember playing with a guy who was 6'6", and he was from Brazil, but
Mm-hmm.
he obviously was a guard, but he had point guard skills. He can pass, he can shoot, he can do everything. And overseas players or countries overseas, the way they develop their players is they allow them to do everything. They allow them to shoot, pass, dribble, uh, and that's the biggest thing that needs to change in America's development with players.
I can agree with you 80% of the way. The only reason I say 80% of the way
Uh-huh.
is because on the flip side of that, there somebody is going to be the tallest no matter what.
Right.
And I think when we're talking about the developmental stages, kids now are getting so caught up in, what position am I going to play at the next level, this, at the third. I get that. They should be worried about that. At the same time, you should also know how to dominate your level. You
Mm.
shouldn't shy away from the things that you naturally do better than other people.
Right, for sure.
Like your size should still be a tool. You should still,
Absolutely.
and I think the best way is to break it down to them to show how fluid the game is. The same mechanics that a big uses for a jump hook is
Right.
the same mechanics that you could transfer into a floater.
Right, for
I
sure.
like that. My float game is low key bread and butter. Whenever I'm stuck in the paint and I'm a little further out, I know I could palm the ball. I could probably elevate over, use this left shoulder for protection, so they
Right.
not blocking it. That jump hook that I learned as a sophomore, being 6'2", as a 6'4" guard, step 2 feet further out. Now that's a floater with the
Right.
same level of control, same level of athleticism, everything like that.
No, I agree. I mean, I'm not saying they shouldn't use their size as an advantage, but my
You
thing
shouldn't put
is
yourself in a box.
don't put yourself in a
That's
box. That's what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying. Like coaches is not going to do that no more. Like for me, I coach. So only time I ever like put a kid in a box, when I say kid, I'm older. So like a high school player can be a kid to me.
Mm-hmm.
Only time I do that if I know they're not working hard on the stuff that I'm trying to teach outside of like their size or whatever the case may be. So it's like, all right, you don't really if you were big and you don't really want to work on your ball handling skills, I can't make you want to do that.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like I can't make you want to do that. So we just going to make sure you're valuable to the team and in a traditional way. You know what I mean? By just grabbing rebounds and finishing around the rim.
I hope we're not getting too off topic, but when it comes to the development of the game,
No, no, no.
the raw fundamentals are sorely lacking, and it takes a certain level of maturity now that I'm a older, I've played 3 years pro now. I'm noticing the guys that are like 6'10" and above, or not even that tall, like 6'8" and above, that you look at and you say, "Yo, why are you not in the NBA?" Especially when we talking about the taller guys, because the reality is they have better opportunity because there's not as many people as tall as you in the world.
Right.
There's something that's exploitable about their game that's keeping them out. And 9 times out of 10, it's the most basic thing that you learn as a kid, and it's harder
Mm-hmm.
to teach as an adult. For instance,
Mm-hmm.
catching the ball, securing the ball. How
Yep.
many bigs have you played with that they
Can't
so
catch.
frustrating to play with because they can't catch the ball? But then you see them in open gyms, you see them in their training sessions, and they got a little handle. They could shoot the shit out the ball, they shoot the
Yep.
cover off the ball. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
They could do all of these things, but if you can't get them the ball, if they can't grasp the simplicity of just catching it,
Mm-hmm.
then all of that skill is pointless.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about American basketball versus overseas basketball. We teach the kids is taught backwards, right? Like you
Mm-hmm.
said, they know how to do the hezzy tween and all that, but they don't know how to catch the ball. Like, there's so many times I'm stopping practice because kids is trying to catch the ball with one hand on a fast break, not understanding, like not understanding. It's no
Catch
longer
the
a
ball
fast.
straight into a dribble.
It's into a dribble. Like, you're not understanding, bro. Like, it's a fast break. So if you have to pat the ball down and hit the ground, now it's no longer fast. Now you allow the other players to catch up. And those are the small basic details that our kids lack sometimes. And that's where I think we got to change, like the small development stuff. But when you have so many programs and you have so many options, and then for me, I'm older. But you have younger coaches who also feel like they don't want to spend time on the fundamentals,
Yup.
right? So now, if a person like myself, if I'm trying to preach fundamentals, now the practice is boring to them because they can go up the street and go to a program where they allowing one hand catches, where they're not counting the turnovers. They don't care.
Uh-huh.
They can do all those things. So I think that's the hardest part about American basketball is that the kids got so many options.
Too many opportunities.
Younger coaches don't want to teach the fundamentals because it's boring to them as well. And now you got the overseas culture where they do all those things from even when they are pros, even when they pros, they know how to catch.
We still do
simple
passing
stuff.
drill. We still do passing drill to start every practice.
Yep.
Like slide, pass it all the way down, finish with a bounce pass. Like I hate 3-man weave to this day because I go anytime I'm outside of like my teams, and when I go to like combine showcases, whatever, and they leave these showcases, like they always have like the little section of, pay to get in, you didn't play nowhere, we'll give you an opportunity if you pay, right? So they put them through like a mini tryout, and then they'll bring a couple of the guys that have already played in the leagues or whatever over. We doing 3-man weave. Guys is messing it up. This is something that we've been doing since what, kindergarten?
Yeah,
third
grade.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a hard concept, but it's the fact that they've always looked at it as boring or whatever, and now once they get to a point where, okay, we don't need to do, they feel like, we don't need to do that no more. The fundamentals never go away though.
Right. For sure. Rookie rankings. Where would you rank these guys? Dylan Harper, VJ Edgecombe, Cooper Flagg, John, what's his name? What is his name? Kneppel?
Con. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Con Kneppel. My bad. I wrote John down. My bad. Con Kneppel. I'm a casual for that. Con Kneppel.
Man.
No, I'm talking shit.
I ain't gonna hold you. It's 82 games, 30 teams. There's no way to keep up with everybody from top to bottom.
Right? There's no way. I hate when people get in my comments like I'm one of the people who watch every game. You can't. They all come on at the same time. There's no way.
You don't. And some of y'all stay on the East Coast with me. Y'all not up at 1 a.m. watching 8 games at a time and trying to get takes ready for Sports Center the next day. That's not your body, bro.
Yeah, big facts. And I tell people all the time, I got a term called surf games. So some of these teams, they teams I watch if I'm surfing through the channel, if I'm surfing through games, and it's a close game, somebody make a good move or something, I might say, watch this. And Charlotte's one of them teams. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Man,
one of them teams. I stop if I watch it.
That's the perfect point right there, because I ain't gonna hold you. Con is at the bottom of this list for me, and it's not because he's not hooping. If you only look at the stats, I think he's shooting the most efficiently out of the 4 that we named. And then I think he's averaging like somewhere around 15, 3-3, something like that.
Yeah, he playing well.
The problem is he's in Charlotte and nobody cares. And on top of that, he's not looked at as, he's not going to be looked at as the top of his class because he's in Charlotte. But also, if you're not standing out amongst your peers on your team, he's still competing with Colin Sexton and Brandon Miller under LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges.
Yeah, facts.
If you go look at I can't call him if anybody who's like the real casual is going to look at the point spread and see, he's third in scoring. He's the third option. Really watch the game. He's not truly the third option.
Right.
He's finding his pockets. He's finding his way to click with to fit into this team. And Charlotte's so unserious. Like, it's a lot of opportunity down there now, but it's still early in the season. So
still early in the season.
It's still early in the season, but if he keeps this up, what my biggest thing is consistency. So I know I'm getting a little off track, but I learned the hard way. I think this was back like 2017, 2018. DeMar DeRozan started the first 15 games of the season averaging 37, and the early MVP predictions had him like,
top
DeMar DeRozan breakout. Yeah, he gonna win MVP by the end of the year. He bringing the MVP back to Toronto, all of that. By the end of that season, he was averaging his normal 24 a game. Yep. Now, if you started off averaging 37 and it dropped all the way down to 24, some bad games had to happen. It wasn't just I just started scoring 24 and that's it. Nah, there was some 12-point games. There was some 10-point bad shooting games in there. You feel me?
No, for sure. That's why I feel about and we're gonna get back to the list in a second, but that's how I feel about Austin Reeves. I always say, let me see what it looks like at game 55. Like
Yup.
let me like
Once
everyone's
identities is figured out and the scouting reports out.
exactly. Once let me even with the whole like LeBron talk. Like, all right, y'all saying is they 8-3. Let's see where they at game 35. Y'all gonna be like, yo, we need LeBron. Like he
There's
taking up
some weak
salary.
schedules going on right now too.
Exactly. Exactly. And people be so amped up and be like, man, he need to get out of there. We need to get him out of there. Look how funny it looks. Bro, it's early, bro. Everybody still got their legs.
Facts.
You don't know if Austin
My
Reeves
Knicks is
going
still winning it though. I just want to let you know.
they winning the championship.
Hey, my Knicks is still winning. I don't give a damn how early it is. I say this every year. This our year.
Yeah, that's how the Cowboys fans feel too. But
Hey man, don't disrespect me like that, yeah.
No,
I'm a Giants fan too, bro.
I like the Knicks. I like the Knicks. I just think like they just not. I want to get again,
I know what we missing.
55. Let me see 55 games
55,
in.
for sure.
But I said this before. I said this on my live show. They are the most experienced team on the East right now. They've been to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. The other team that was there, they're down. They're 1-11 or 1-10 or something like that right now.
And they missed two of their guys. I think Neesmith just went down the other night. What was it,
Yeah.
yesterday?
I don't know. He might have went down yesterday.
Days are starting to run together.
No, I haven't looked at no reports yet. But you got Detroit who's balling right now, but we got to see where they at in game 40.
Game 55.
You know what I'm saying? Like I like the Sixers. I think the Sixers are going to be there. I don't think they got the maturity to win, but I think the Sixers is going to be there because they have the only team that has veterans. Like they got a Kyle Lowry to kind of talk to mentor Maxey. They have a Paul George who's going to play, but you don't even play at a high role, but he can mentor those wings. Joel Embiid, former MVP. Don't need much out of him, but we getting some games where he playing 20 minutes, get 26 points. So they got some experience. They got some young dogs on that team. I feel like you got something for it.
We'll get back to that later. Get to that later.
So you got Khan ranked out of all four guys, Dylan Harper, VJ Edgecombe, and Cooper Flagg. You got and Khan Kneppel. You have Khan last. What's the rest of your ranking?
After him, I got Flagg at 3.
Flagg at 3.
Harper at 2, and then Edgecombe at 1.
I agree. I agree with that.
Now Edgecombe at 1 might be a little biased, but the NBA needed a player like him, and he hit the ground running. And it's not just the stats.
Why you say it's biased? Why you say it's biased?
Because I genuinely I liked him as soon as off draft night. Gotcha. And I'm a big rags to riches kind of guy.
We all are. That's what we all go.
When you play with a certain level of passion, Russell Westbrook is my favorite player.
Right.
When I look at VJ Edgecombe, I'm looking at him and I'm saying, yo, he's playing like he don't want this shit taken away from him. He don't want nobody to have no room to take this away from him at all. There's a difference between playing like you have something to prove and then playing like your life truly depends on it.
Right. No, for sure.
Because when you play like you got something to prove, don't get me wrong, you can still have a little bit of that dog in you. You feel me?
Right.
It's a whole nother level when you playing like I can't let this opportunity go nowhere.
Yep.
And he showed it on night 1.
Yep.
And he carries himself like a star. Not in the sense of like being all in the media face or anything like that, but he carries himself as if he's been here before. But then once he hits the floor, it's that same raw energy that you see out of a hustle guy in like from college. Like
for sure.
I'm not surprised when I see him dive on a loose ball the same way that I'd be surprised if I saw a guy like Trae Young dive on a loose ball. If I see Trae Young dive on a loose ball, I'm like, oh shit, all right, hold on. Trae trying to hoop tonight. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? If I see Kawhi dive on a loose ball, hold on, don't get hurt now, but hold on, he's trying to hoop tonight. You feel me? When I look at VJ do that shit, I'm like, oh my God. He's doing whatever it takes.
And the thing I like about him is that is not only about the scoring with him. Like there's games he has 6, 11 points. And I like the maturity because that also shows you want to stay too. Like you're not playing to the crowd like, yo, they saying you're going to be the rookie of the year. So he got to go out there and always try to score 34 points. Nah, he's trying to make sure he understands his point guard role. He understands his role for the long term. So he is taking some sacrifice. He is trying to set the team up. He's
still my pick for rookie of the year too.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. And you know what? I don't got no pushback for your ranking. Like I think not DJ, excuse me, Dylan Harper. I think he's played well. And now you got De'Aaron Fox back, but when De'Aaron Fox wasn't there, he played well. He ran a screen and roll well with Wemby. He did what he needed to do. At one point of the season, he was averaging about 15 points. He doing a great job. I think
I actually want to take a page out of your book on the Dylan Harper ranking. I have him at 2 because he's doing exactly what I expected Cooper Flag to be doing. You feel me? Well, I remember you gave the take on Cooper Flag, and I 100% agree with it. Cooper Flag might not win Rookie of the Year because he didn't get drafted into a system that's allowing him to put up these outlandish numbers and, just feed him the ball. He's the rookie. We're going to build around him. He was picked to be somebody to plug and play and contribute to winning, playing in a role. Like they started him at point guard, and I feel like they put him at point guard to kind of fast track his learning of the game. Kind of like imagine learning football from the quarterback's perspective, and then all of a sudden you got to go play middle linebacker.
That's a good take.
You know what I'm saying?
I like it. No, I like
if you know how the point guard is seeing the floor, it's easier to know where you're supposed to be when you play another position. If you're gonna be the floor general, now it's easier for you to be the plug and play guy.
Right.
Dylan Harper is doing that with Wemby right now. Now with Flag, it's been a lot more trial and error, especially dealing with the situation in Dallas. Right. So his ranking being this low isn't all on him. It's also circumstantial. It has nothing to do with how good of a player he is. He's still the youngest guy in the league.
Bro, that's the biggest thing. Like I keep saying this, like all the winning stuff in the NBA is sometimes it's circumstantial. And how people view you is also a circumstance thing. Because what Nico Harris did, he put Cooper Flag in his light where you have to fill the gap in for Luka now. You know what I mean? Like now you the 6'7" point guard, you the 6'8" point guard, what you gonna do? And he was never that type of player. He was never a Luka type of player. He was always a slasher, but now he's in this position where we all right, like come on, save dollars. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I have nothing against Cooper Flag, but I feel like he was given LeBron level expectations, and he is not facing the same level of accountability. And I'm not saying that he should, because like we just said, it is circumstantial. It's just crazy how the double standards work in the league. Because the last time we saw rookies hyped up like this, look at Zion.
Right.
We saw the way that he was hyped up. We saw the level of accountability and backlash that he faced for not being available, even though we know what he could do when healthy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at Joel Embiid, the way that he was drafted.
Yeah.
And then having the whole trust the process. Right. Everybody forgetting about all of that, right?
No, for sure. The LeBron hate is a little different though. That stuff is within.
I want to touch on that later. I definitely want to touch on that later.
We're gonna get to it. We're about to breeze through all this stuff right here. Get right to it. John Morant. I like John Morant. I think it's his time. It's his time to go, though. I think and not because he doesn't fit well with the team. I just think the stuff off the court is just too many stains in his jersey off the court. What do you think the next move should be for John Morant?
I don't think he fits with this Memphis team. I would like to see him somewhere with a little bit more structure and culture, with somebody who could kind of, if not take him under the wing, then put him somewhere where there's a standard being set and it's not all on you to create the new standard. Because everything that's expected out of Ja right now, he's expected to do more with less, in my opinion. This is not the same team that we saw in 2022. That's what everybody's comparing, saying, oh, he peaked in 2022. That was when he was 7th in the MVP race, everything like that. Right. But here's the thing. On that team, since then, these are the players that we've seen contribute and then leave or not be available for this year. Desmond Bane, Dylan Brooks, Marcus Smart, Luke Kennard, Zach Edey is hurt, and Scottie Pippen Jr. is hurt. We know that Ja has never been a consistent shooter in the league yet, right? But we also know borderline defensive liability, and it's mainly due to his stature. You see, as athletic as he is, decent for roaming help, but what are we asking for roaming help defense from your point guard. You get what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
Like people expecting him to block shots as a point guard just because he's athletic. That's a little unrealistic. But the key pieces that were there to make up for his lack of defense on the on that end are not there. And then the main backcourt mate that we saw that could take the ball out of his hands, make him more of an on-ball threat because they could create for themselves, Desmond Bane, not there no more. So now we asking Ja to do more with less, and then you combine the off-the-court issues, and then let's keep it 100. We real hoopers here, right? We know what the dynamic of a relationship between a player and coach is supposed to look like. We know what it looks like when it's good. We know what it looks like when it's bad. And if you've played at a high enough level, and it don't got to be pro, even college, even elite level high school, front office, like at whatever level that may be for you, if you're not clicking with the front office, that now the business side of things is being affected, because we constantly forget the NBA is a business at the end of the day. They're going to keep Ja there as long as they can, as long as he's selling tickets.
Right.
But if they're not going to get no success, they're going to try to find the scapegoat, and they've appointed multiple people as the scapegoat so far.
Yep.
Now I'm not excusing the off the court issues. I'm not saying that
because he's responsible for that too. He got to be smarter than that.
It's definitely on both sides. Oh, for sure, it's definitely on both sides. But I'm seeing the narratives form already, and they're going, and the way that people like to rewrite history, they're gonna make it seem like, oh, Ja just had all these off the court issues, and Memphis got him up out of there. That's not the whole story of what's happening. No,
not at all. Not at all.
I would like to see him in either Miami, Minnesota, or Milwaukee. I didn't mean to name all M teams, especially since he's coming from Memphis. But
Miami, say again, Miami, Memphis, Minnesota,
Miami, Minnesota, and Milwaukee. Those are my top three options for the job.
Milwaukee be nice.
All for different reasons.
I like Milwaukee. I like them running. I like them. I like the kid rolling. I like obviously Giannis. He likes to run. Milwaukee be nice. Miami. So we get rid of Tyler Hero, or we keep Tyler Hero.
See, it's. I don't know what Miami's willing to give up for Ja.
I think you need to keep Tyler Hero.
Yeah, you do. You need the backcourt mate. My main thing was him and Bam, actually, though.
Bam, I like that.
Bam is the first player that comes to mind, but he's got to have a backcourt mate. Yeah, and when I think backcourt mate, now that's why I'm like, oh, okay, Minnesota might be able to make some shake if they willing to try out Rob Dillingham.
I don't like Minnesota. I don't like Minnesota for him though.
Why?
Because it's two. You already got two ball dominant guys, Julius Randle and obviously Anthony Edwards. I'm
not banking on Randle staying. Not gonna lie to you.
So you would move him? You would move him?
It's tough. It's tough to say. It's tough to say off rip. It's a hell of a gamble. A hell of a gamble.
Because I don't want to. Personally, I like Julius Randle. I think he's a bully now. I think he's a bully, and you need it. Only thing I don't like about his game is he's a rhythm guy. Like he need to jab, pump it.
Yeah,
he stops the ball a lot. He stops the ball a lot, but he's still a 20+ scorer. Anthony Edwards, obviously, he's not going anywhere. Rudy Gobert, you need him because he's not a player who demands the ball. But then I just don't like it for
it changes the structure. It changes the entire structure.
Because Michael Conley is necessary because he's not going to demand shots.
Exactly.
But at the same time, Michael Conley is like I think they need more height at that position. But I said this about Rob Dillingham and Bones Highland. Those two guys are good with the basketball, but those two guys, when you put guys like that, like Rob Dillingham and Bones Highland, you put those in like championship contending teams, it kind of hurts them in a way because they got to play a role and they don't get a chance to showcase their skill over the last 2-3 years.
That's a fact.
So you want to put them in places like a Wizards where where they can kind of build confidence or whatever, and then teams can go get them like, yo, we know what you can do. We want to bring you over here for a championship versus like putting them in a role, pigeonhole.
It makes you feel sorry for the guys that had star expectations, star level talent. And then they get put on these teams where they have to play a role because simply somebody's already running the show over here.
Yep, facts. So
I'm sure Rob Dillingham could probably come to Memphis and do damage.
Facts. Yeah, those guys, the Bones, all those guys can come over or go over to Memphis and do some work. But I do like the Ja Morant and Miami thing. If you can keep a Wiggins, a Ware, Bio, and what else? Harrow. You keep those guys. That's a great fit for him.
It's
That's an
going to come
amazing
down
fit.
to either what Miami's willing to give up and how bad they want Ja out of Memphis.
Right.
And it looked like they want him out of there pretty bad right now. But as long as he's selling tickets and selling sneakers, I mean, the NBA is still a business at the end of the day.
And he got the hardest shoes out right now. He got the
Best
hardest
hoop shoe on the market. I got 4 pairs of them. I'm not going to lie to you.
He got the hardest
My custom just came in the mail yesterday. Yeah. Best hoop shoe on the market.
So let's get into it, man. Now I see his content. I mean, I know you like LeBron, but I want to know your top 5. Who your top 5, like all time?
I don't have a top 5. I got the solidified top 3 if we're taking into account stats, accolades, eye test, and career accomplishments, era tags, everything like that. I've always had the same top 10, and it's really 11 players. But 1 through 3, well, 1 and 2 is Mike and Bron. They ain't going nowhere. I don't care who you have at 1. Don't care who you have at 1. Okay. I personally have just recently switched it up and put Bron at 1, and we'll talk about that later.
No, talk about it now. Why Bron? So you had Mike and Jordan is 1 and 2 for you. You recently put it to Bron is number 1 now. How did Bron get in front for you?
Bron is breaking biological athletic standards playing this long. Right. And he's not just playing. He still has the same, like maybe a step lower of the expectations that he's had for his entire career, to the point where I'm watching Jeff Teague's podcast and they questioning, is Bron going to get like a retirement tour? Are we going to be able to see like, Bron, like it's Bron's last game. We just all go like tickets is 10,000. Let's just go watch him hoop, whatever. Right. Like how Kobe, like won't nobody worry about Kobe making the playoffs or nothing like that in his last year. It was, let's take the time to appreciate the career.
Right.
Bron might not have that because he's simply still that damn good.
Right. No, for sure.
And it's detrimental to an extent. But it also speaks on the greatness. You got to take the bad with the good on that.
Yeah, for sure.
So
my thing with that. My thing. Go ahead. No, I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah, that's your word. Go ahead. Okay. My thing with Bron and this level, right? Like you said, when Kobe was on his farewell tour, nobody cared if he made the playoffs. When Michael Jordan came back and played for the Wizards, we were just happy to see Michael Jordan play again.
Facts.
With LeBron is that because he's still good and he got to be on a competitive team. He got to be on a contender
too good for his own good.
Exactly. So everyone's going to always rank him. So he's about to be 41 right now, and you're still looking at him like, man, we want to see that shit you did in 2007. We want to see what you did in 2018. Since you still the top guy, since you still first team, second team NBA, we want to see what you did do it again.
Do it again.
and the thing that people don't understand is that he's still older. Like, yeah, he's still gonna have now. He's not gonna be able to move exactly the same, but he's just so good. The casual fan don't know the difference. Exactly. They don't know the difference in that. They don't understand youth in basketball versus like I understand basketball.
Let me ask you a personal question real quick. When's the last time you hooped?
Shit. Probably 8 months ago. I'm about to tell you why though. Because I tore my ACL 5 years ago. I didn't get surgery. So when I do hoop, I'm hooping with a torn ACL, but I box for like my condition and stuff like that. So that's why I haven't played basketball. I mean, I might shoot around, but I coach every day. I've been coaching.
You letting the ACL heal on its own rather than
well, the thing is, I didn't want to go through that process of the rehabilitation part of it, right? Like I didn't want to go through that. I didn't want to go through 9 months, and then it happened during COVID. So, right before COVID. So I didn't want to go to the hospital. I didn't want to be in and out of the hospital. And I'm like, bro, I'm a weekend warrior. Like I don't got no season next year to be getting no surgery and nothing like that. The doctor was like, yo, build some muscle around it as long as you keep muscle around it, as long as you keep conditioning it. That was cool. So I said I could still run. I was on a treadmill yesterday doing 4 miles.
And if you don't mind me asking,
Go ahead.
like you said, you've been saying you were a little older. How old are you?
I'm 40.
I had you way younger than that. Damn. Okay.
Yeah. I'm 40.
Nah. So you know how it feels after a hoop, like your last hoop session, how you was feeling.
That's why I tore my ACL. I was about
I'm 27 years old. If I play 3 hard days back to back, I'll be sitting there like, yo, ain't no way this the same basketball Bron been playing for the last 40 years of his life. So when I see how he's able to still maintain this physically
right
at this level, and then not only is it the physicality of it, being able to maintain everything, but he's still not just impacting the game, but like having, like we've been saying, he's so good that we have that expectation of, okay, like you're not allowed to just go to a trash team for a retirement tour and average 30, because your 30 is contributing to wins. You've always played winning basketball, and he still plays winning basketball. Fact. And I love the versatility that we see within LeBron, not just in the moment, like Bron could do, like Bron is an all-around player, but we've also seen versatility within his career and how he's approached the game, and in the sense of now we see the post fade, we see the game becoming a lot slower, like down to the design of the shoe. Yeah. You look at the Brons that they put out now. I got the Bron 23s.
They tough,
and too. I just said in this most recent video, as fire as these shoes are, yeah, these is definitely built for like year 23 LeBron, because comfort and support is like the main character of this shoe.
No, for sure. And the thing is, I said this the other day, people got higher expectations for Bron at 41 than they do themselves. They do their favorite player. Y'all want this man to be like, that's how good he is though. And I don't think people understand that. I think people look at like they want to hate him so bad, but you're not realizing that you still got a high expectation of a 41-year-old hooper, bro. That's how good he is. When all the other players you're talking about, a Jordan, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, Vince Carter, Kobe Bryant, all played 20 years. I mean, not so much a Jordan, but Jordan being everybody's favorite player. You didn't have his expectations of this guy. Not at all. And I think LeBron, I mean, he's just a testament to greatness to me.
I have nothing else to add to that. But we talking top 10. My fault.
You good?
1 and 2 is Bron and Jordan, and then at 3 solid, I got Kareem.
You got Kareem? Okay.
Yeah. Now 4 through 11, 4 through 10, whatever you want to call it, interchangeable. Don't care what order you have them in, but these are the guys that I need to see there. I've got Kobe, I've got Tim Duncan, I've got Shaq. Era attacks included, yes, but I got Wilt, Hakeem, Steph, Magic, and Bird.
I don't got no problem with it.
And again, interchangeable depending on whatever you value 4 through 11. Like I don't like seeing the Kobe's not top 10 and
that's crazy.
Now the top 5 debate, I will definitely entertain that, because I can see arguments for certain players over him. Like I get it, but not top 10 is just crazy. I think you don't move ball if you don't got him in your top 10.
That's insane, bro. Like when I hear like 11 and all that, that's just insane, bro.
And I wasn't a Kobe fan either, but
no, I was a Kobe fan. He had me rocking a little nappy fro back in the day, man. I was a big Kobe fan. I was a
Shaq guy. I was a Shaq guy. I had a Shaq jersey,
I got Shaq ranked before him. So I think my top. I'm not saying think. I know my top 10 is Bron, Jordan, Shaq, Kobe. Ooh. Yeah, I put Shaq before Kobe, because you got to figure like.
Before Kareem too.
Yeah. See,
are we era taxing?
Yeah, I'm always era taxing for my list. And the reason why I do that is because I don't knock nobody for their list. But for me, I didn't watch 50 games, 60, 70 games of Kareem. I was born in 85. So I can't. So I didn't see the evolution of him. I didn't like. I can understand why an old head or someone older than me, because I'm an unk. But I can see how someone older than me, they can see Kareem as a better center as Shaq, because they watched him in UCLA and all that stuff. But I watched Shaq like dominate that position. Like I'm talking, you talking about a dude who averaged 38 points in the finals for the most part. You know, like you got to think about Shaq. He didn't shoot threes. He barely can make free throws. He barely shot from 12 feet. His game was the most predictable. He wasn't on fast breaks, and he still was a leader in scoring. He still got the MVPs. He still did
When you have a superpower, it doesn't matter. Own your
exactly
superpower.
1,000%. And then I
He's
go,
the face of that.
and then my fifth would be Hakeem. My fifth would be Hakeem. Now
I like it.
this is controversial, but I gotta put AI. But also biased. I'm from Philly, so
No, that's fair.
AI. AI be my six. If seventh it'd be KD. I'm not gonna lie, it's KD. Then I go Garnett. Yeah, yeah. I got Garnett ranked ahead of Tim Duncan, and then I'm gonna go Giannis and Steph. I feel like I'm missing somebody though.
I like Giannis in there. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Because
I'm not gonna lie to
I
you.
say, here's the thing. I say Giannis is the number one power forward. I like KG. I like KG because I like
Over
KG.
Tim Duncan, though?
This is why I'm putting him over Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan never had to average over 35 points to win a championship. He never like I watched Giannis average 35 points to win a championship and score 50 points. 50 points in a closeout game, and he also played how I want a power forward to play. Tim Duncan is more fundamentals for sure, but he played in a system where he only had to average 21 points to win.
Now, how much of that is accredited to the pace? Because you got to remember, Spurs, like, not just dead ball era of basketball, but Spurs were also in the bottom five of pace of play on the regular. So that 21 is out of usually around high 80s, sometimes mid 80s for the game being scored. You feel me?
Right. No, I'm with you, but the thing is, like I said, I got like for instance, I put KG up in front of Tim Duncan as well because of raw ability. Like I remember,
okay,
like you know what I mean, this raw ability. Like I remember going home when I was a young boy. I remember racing home to see the Timberwolves play because they didn't get a lot of TV time. And I remember me and my friends looking at KG as like a 7-foot guard. It was like that the first
look
7-foot
here.
guard. You know,
I
in
be
my
trying
eyes.
to tell these kids they see the essence of KG and like his approach to the game, the mentality, the passion, everything like that, and they think that he was some type of bruiser. But in reality, he was finesse. Like
Yep.
if he takes two steps back on half of his jumpers, we looking at another. I don't know the exact number. I'm gonna just throw out another 5,000 points because he's a king of foot on the line, long twos, but that's really his shot.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Nah, for sure. So for me with him, and I remember watching Tim Duncan, and I know he's good, but I remember like him trying to dribble up the court. I never forget this, man. I remember watching him play against the Lakers. He was dribbling
I
up
know
the
what you're
court,
talking about.
and then he just traveled. He tried to jump stop, and he just traveled. And it's like, see, like how can I put that ahead of Giannis, who I know going to push the basketball on a break and then run through guys and dunk it? How can I put that in front of KG, and I know he can push that basketball and make decisions? And then KG also came from high school. You look at him and Tim Duncan head-to-head matchup. I think they're like one rebound apart. Everything else is the exact same, identical. And KG was able to figure it out as a high school player versus coming into a system like Tim Duncan. So I like the raw ability of play. That's why Allen Iverson's in there because he just came.
I feel that. I'm seeing where the values lie within your list. Like I had said before, my list, I'm taking into account accolades, stats, how the career played out, factoring a little bit of eye test, and then error tax, everything like that. I'm seeing the main value of your list being raw ability and how they and then leading into how they capitalize off of that. Because everybody in your list, like the most talented players, obviously, but they've also accomplished something throughout their careers as well. There's nobody in like I don't see no like who's somebody who's mad talented, but just, like all due respect to Tracy McGrady, I'm like. It could have been easy for somebody to say, "Oh, Kobe, then T-Mac," and because you still got to be able to make something shake.
No, and you know
as raw as he was.
Part of my list too is like, all right, we real hoopers. Me and you hoop. You playing basketball at one of the highest levels. You play basketball further than me. You know how hard it is to come in as a pro and then actually put your footprint in the game as a pro immediately. Michael Jordan did that. LeBron James did that. Allen Iverson, first year, did that.
Did that.
Kevin Garnett was considered a ticket raw ability
Did
coming
that.
in. Did
Did that.
all those guys came in, and it's hard to really replace. Now, Kobe Bryant didn't go, he came off the bench, but at the same time, he worked his way up. He changed the game of how we look at work ethic.
Kobe is the most unique out of all the stars. And when
Mm-hmm.
people talk about his career, you have the I don't like the over glamorization of his career
Mm-hmm.
because it diminishes the beauty of it. We got to see him play multiple roles and find success in each role, almost as if like his career like damn near played out like a my career storyline.
Right.
Like came in rookie out of high school, not really having the most opportunity. We talking 7 points a game that first year. Just another average rookie, but still high hopes. Then he gets opportunity the next year, becomes an all-star, youngest all-star ever at the time, right?
Yeah.
When you look at when you go back, and this is what I talk about. A lot of people like to rewrite history. Kobe didn't make the all-star game strictly off of his stats because, in all honesty, he was putting up the same, like a little bit worse, honestly, but same stats as Jeff Hornacek on the Jazz with John Stockton and Karl Malone, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we saw the potential of what he could be. On top of that, he's doing this as the youngest player in the league.
No, for
you
sure.
feel me?
For sure.
Like,
for sure.
And then we saw the development. Like, yes, he was second option to Shaq, but then eventually he got to the point where, okay, like I'm a little too good to just be looked at as a second option. So now it's 1-2 punch, 1A, 1B. He doesn't settle for that. He wants his team. He wants to be the guy. Yep. Then we got to see he got his reality check, what it really takes to be the guy. Yep. Oh, I'm averaging 36 a game, whatever, but we not winning shit. Right. So now I need to learn how to be a better teammate. I need to learn how to take all this gravity that I have and make my teammates threats as well. Thanks. That's when you see everybody who want to talk about clutch gene and everything like that. Kobe passed the ball to Ron Artest in the clutch.
Yeah,
and had to have that trust in your teammate in order to get it done when you're the main guy. It's different when you're the main guy versus having the best player in the world and Shaq on your team as well. You feel me?
That's a tough task. That's a tough task to be able to get that. And you got to figure too, the paint most times clogged up because Shaq down there. Shaq wasn't stretching the floor, so he had to pick and choose when he wanted to score. He picked the right, and most times he picked the right decision. So a lot of my guys on my list is always going to be about raw ability, what they did when they first came in the league. But sometimes people can change my mind, like a guy like Steph Curry. Steph Curry in my top 10. But he came.
I hated Steph Curry for the longest. He definitely changed my mind.
But he changed my mind. You know what I mean? Like you can't put Steph Curry in your top 10. He changed the game. He changed everything. But I don't purposely try to lead the guys before I was competent to understand basketball. I just don't do that personally because part of this brand, we got the brainwash to think elite, and we try. I try to use the tool of basketball to help not say mold, but try to show people how like the media kind of push people to like certain stuff. So I want people to think for themselves. Like if I didn't see Magic Johnson play over 3 seasons, I'm not going to put Magic Johnson in. I know he was great. I know he broke barriers. I know all those things, but I'm not going to put him in there. Like I remember my old head told me this. I remember saying Isaiah Thomas was one of my favorite point guards, but I was like 13 years old. And my old head was like, yo, why Isaiah Thomas your favorite point guard? You never even seen him play. But I'm like, see, you know what I mean? Like
for me, I didn't see him play in person, but I grew up on the hardwood classics, and my grandfather's a coach. Parents played as well.
There you go.
Back to like my family background, basketball. I grew up having to watch those old games. Like he
got you. Okay.
In the basement, full tapes, like random NBA games, like most random NBA games, just on tape for no reason. And he's sitting me down. He was a coach, so breaking down the game. This is why I want you to watch this player. This is why I want you to watch this player. Gotcha. I had Michael Jordan games on repeat, along with Michael Jordan to the Max, that original documentary. Like I had all of that on repeat. So I got like a real special connection to like the ones who came beforehand. A different level of a different level of appreciation when it comes to like how the guys around my age usually talk about them now on social media.
Yeah, I feel the
It
same
is
way.
different when you get to see it in because at the time when you were a kid, you don't really know the difference. Basketball is basketball.
No, for sure.
Then
I feel
as
the
you get
same way.
older, as you get older, you start to put pieces together. Now everybody think that every game is on YouTube, and
Hmm.
it ain't the same. It's
Oh,
not the
yeah,
same.
it's not. They bet they best games on YouTube, but I did watch these
Facts.
guys on like the Hardwood Classic and stuff like that. For me, like, but I went to I went to a LeBron James high school game. You know what I mean? So he going to definitely be someone that like
My
how can I
uncle was a
put?
news reporter for one of his high school games.
Yeah,
Yup.
like man, he played against a school called Strawberry Mansion. Strawberry Mansion had a
Man.
guy named Maurice Rice who was like he broke Wilt Chamberlain record in scoring. Went to end up going to George University of George Washington. Now I
Mm-hmm.
went to that game, and I remember thinking Maurice Rice was like an NBA player. You know what I
Then
mean?
LeBron beat them by like 35, something like that.
Facts. And I'll never forget when I saw LeBron James. Because here's the thing with LeBron. I remember watching, no, not watching them, but picking up a magazine that used to come to all the high schools. Like it was like high school. It just covered all the top high school players, right? And LeBron James was on there like 3 times. He was on the cover 3 times, and he was like, "Yo, he the next Jordan. He's gonna be better than Jordan." It was him and Omar Cook or something like that. And I was like,
It was Omar Cook.
"It was
Your ball
Omar."
knowledge is elite. I want you to know that.
Dog, I'm telling you, I've been around. That's all I did when growing up. So I remember saying to myself, man, he can't be that good. Everybody always comparing people to Jordan. He can't be that good. And I never forget going to his high school game and I see him run out that tunnel. It looked like he was floating. I was like, yo, this is a different type of player right here.
Aura.
I've played with NBA players. I've seen NBA players. I've had NBA players on my AAU teams. But when I see him play, I'll never forget he did a move, in and out crossover, had his one hand on the backboard, dunked it, and then he was like, "How y'all like that crossover?" I was like, "Yo, this guy is different, bro."
I know
So
exactly what clip you're talking about too. That's the
yeah,
worst part because it's in the More Than the Game documentary too.
is it?
It's a still shot. Like they didn't give no context to this move,
Mm,
but by the end he had dunked it, but then also had a hand on the outside of the backboard,
yep,
almost to like catch himself and put himself back on balance.
yep.
And you don't see high school guys doing that.
Yeah, so like stuff like that, like even with Kobe Bryant, I remember Kobe Bryant played in the Sunny Hill League. Kobe Bryant played in the Sunny Hill League, and I was still a little young, but I remember people buzzing about, yo, Kobe Bryant playing in the Sunny Hill League, and I remember hearing about him before he went to the league. So stuff like that, like for me, it's hard to put guys I didn't really like see the evolution of. You know what I mean? Like I actually
Okay.
see, like I went to a Dwight Howard high school game. I went to a Sebastian Telfair high school game. I went to these guys' game. I went to a Jameer Nelson playing
Sebastian
that sit.
Telfair, yo.
Yeah, I went to those guys. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, so for me, it's just a little. It's just I just come from. I try to just shake the basketball world up, bring some different value to it. But all those
I
guys are
like it. I
respected.
like it, man.
All those guys are respected, brother. We're gonna make this a 2-part interview because we talked about your story. I want people to know your story because originally when I started the brand, it was about just capturing the underdog story. And you got an underdog story, like talking
Appreciate that.
about how you went to a school that that wasn't friendly to your skin complexion. Then turning bronze into gold, and then you went to Elizabeth City, did what you needed to do, play well, play hard, and you found a passion in content creation. You know what I'm saying? That's hard to do. Like a lot of people will give up after that, after the first experience, especially when you looking to go to different schools. You got the JUCO route, Division I coach didn't hit you back. Those type of things that make people quit. And you didn't quit. You know what I'm saying? That's an underdog story. That deserves a interview within itself. That deserves its own 45 minutes. This right here, we talking hoops, we talking ball, and we spent about 45 minutes on this. So we was gonna make this a 2-part interview, brother.
Say that. Say that.
You know what I'm saying? Do you got any going back to the content creation? You got any dream collabs? Like you ever like? I mean, do you ever
I
want to
gotta
go?
meet Russell Westbrook. I
Got my
gotta
Russell?
meet Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
The access to NBA players now is at an all time high because now that we're in a society that is it's more encouraged to be more than an athlete, and
Uh-huh.
now we've got content creation, influencers, everything like that. Kyrie Irving is on the next chapter. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? And I I've met up with Devontae Friga. We signed to the same management agency. You feel
Got
me?
you. Mm-hmm.
And I met up with him on multiple occasions. It's great dude, by the way. Love
Mm-hmm.
what he's doing with the one-on-one scene. But seeing all these shifts, it's kind of like I've now hit a point where, okay, I'm somebody's dream collab. I didn't need like I seen it in a completely different interview. Somebody that said, "Yo, like I want to work with guys like Brandon Beloti, Cam Wilder, you know, all of that." And that's crazy to hear my name brought up in debates like that. But I mean,
That's
in
dope.
combos like that. But I need to meet my favorite player. I
So
need to meet my favorite player.
you lucky. People want to people want a dream collab with you. Everybody want to debate with me. I wake up to some hate, to some crazy stuff in the morning.
I had to kill the hate. I do all of my basketball debates and everything that I do for that content. It happens on live, and I make it very well known. When you step into this live, number one, I get a lot of kids that follow me. So the first thing that I have to let them know is, yo, if you don't have like you as your profile picture, whatever, do not come in here talking crazy.
Right.
And then when I respond to you with that same energy, you want to fall back on, oh, bro, you arguing with a kid. No, like I'm telling y'all straight up right now, if you a kid, I will treat you as such. But but if you're gonna come in here and talk like an adult and then hide behind a profile picture that makes you seem like an adult, you need to be ready for an adult response. Because that's what you're asking for. You feel me?
Nah, for
but
sure.
Then beyond that, I like barbershop vibes. I like getting passionate about talking ball because it's something that's bringing the entire community together. And to the untrained eye, somebody's going to look at that and think, oh, why is he angry? Why is he getting loud? This, that, the third. I can't help that. I'm from New York and I just got a loud voice naturally. But on top of that, like when you passionate about something, like when we in the barbershops, like I've been seeing this since I was 4 years old. When it was oh, Jordan, ain't nobody ever gonna touch Jordan. Nah, Braun gonna do this, that, the third. Oh, nah, Kobe versus Jordan, all of that. Dudes was full sweat in the barbershop, clapping their hands, doing
it's part of the culture. It's part of the culture.
Exactly, it's part of the culture. So I've tried my best to bring that essence of my life to live on TikTok and try to pass it down with caution to the next generation because I think like with all as in a post-COVID world where now you can't even go to a barbershop the same way. Barbers have their own studios and it's charging you $150 for a cut when it used to be $20.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, they not getting those same vibes. They're not getting those same combos.
I'm old enough to remember when it was 10. Like I remember the shape up, the lineup was 5.
Lineups was 5.
Lineup was 5.
I'm telling you, just knock off the bulk and line me up real quick. Like,
I pay 70 for the lineup.
70 for a lineup, yo. I got my own clippers.
I give my guy 70 regardless of what I get. Like
that's because you a good dude and you.
Yeah,
like,
I just give him the bread, bro. Yeah, I tip him.
But we dealing with barbers that don't want to be barbers for real. These are barbers that only want to cut 5 heads a day and then walk away with 6 figures. You feel me?
Oh no.
Nah, it's a real 9 to 5. Like
my barber's
gonna stop grinding.
Yeah, my barber's older than me. My barber older than me. So you know what I mean? He old school.
Nah, you showing love because he
absolutely.
Like that's a low price in today's economy.
Right? For sure. He don't charge me that much, but you know what, man? I appreciate it. But you know, he always on time too, so I ain't mad at it.
I feel that.
What's next for you, man?
So, upcoming making decisions regarding this upcoming season on where I'm going to be playing. All of those decisions and contracts should be signed by late December at the latest. So, till then, it's content and staying in shape.
Got you, bro. Where can people find you?
Oh, I'm on all platforms. It's the same thing. Beloti 44 on every single platform. My name is my handle for a lot of it. Like Beloti 44 has also been my only name on social media since like the day I was allowed to sign up for Facebook. My parents, when I turned 13, they let me get Instagram and all of that. So never had to change it up.
Got you, bro. Man, listen, man, you are a true scorer, bro. We over here we call a scorer a person who can put the ball in the basket in many different ways, whether it's coming off a screen, whether it's creating his own shot, and that person can also do the same thing off the court, right? Creating your own shot, creating your own lane in life, and you have done that, man. I want to welcome you to Score Society.
Appreciate it, gang.
All
Happy to
right.
be here.
Yes, sir, brother. Stay on the line, bro. We about to close out right here. There you have it. My guy, Brandon Beloti. Another great interview. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, let's continue to think elite and together. Welcome to Score Society.